Happy rails to you. Welcome back, my friends. Happy rails to you. It's good to see you again. Thanks for watching the channel and the video. At times it goes real fast and sometimes it's slow. Happy rails to you. Thanks for watching. Hi everybody, it's G-Man. Well, I want to welcome you back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be doing part 2 of the rescuing the American Flyer pre-war Texaco tank car, part 2. So we're not going to delay it. Let's go on and take up where we left off. All right, here we go. Okay, guys, got that end on there and it's finished. That's a little rougher than what I wanted it to be, but I was having troubles getting the glue to hold. And also, I've learned something that I thought from the beginning, but it's better to have, if you're going to use one of these freeze plugs, it's better to have the freeze plug that has the rim on it. Unfortunately, they didn't have one. That's really what I wanted. But if it had had the rim on it, then it would have looked more exact like this, and I wouldn't have had to make this rim. And also, I should go down a size than the actual size that this measured out to. So if you go down a size, then it would have came out the same size like this. It'll look more like that one. So you live and you learn, right? It's the first time I've used one of these freeze plugs for that. And they will work. And they'll work out nice. But then you have to make your rim. And it doesn't look bad. But the story is that this actual tank car was in a big wreck, along with a lot of other cars. And so they have the outsized damage to it. And that was as good as they could repair it when they repaired it in the tank shops. Got it back in service. So that's the story, and we're sticking to it. All right, we've got it all masked up, the lettering, and ready to paint. So that'll be the next place we go to. That and the chassis. Chassis cleaned up nice, really. All right, here we go. So we took the shell and the chassis out to paint them. And while they're drying, I thought we'd clean these things up. This is the pair of grab irons or side irons or rails on the side of the tanker. Excuse me. Remember how dirty they were? These green scratch pads work wonders. Now, the tougher the surface is, the heavier pad you have to get, and the coarser you have to get. And you ended up sometimes having to come back to a finer pad at the end to get some of the scratches out. Just a few minutes. Generally all it takes. Slide back over here. Clean, clean, clean. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Now these, however, are stained. And I don't think they're going to come across as well. But they are cleaning up. Oh yeah. It's almost like you're polishing them. That's why I said when I ran the pad over the shell itself, the painted surface, didn't want to press too hard because you'd take the letters off. It'd just be a big mess. And it was already a big mess, so. A great, big, beautiful mess. Yeah. Look at that. And of course, in time, it probably, due to temperature change and humidity, especially here where we live, they'll probably rust back up again. Now you can see some of the stain. That is just stain. That's not actually rust itself. That is the stain from the rust. And I imagine if a guy spent enough time on it, he could even get rid of that discoloration. But that's good enough because I kind of like the aging. That you know that it's original. This one looks like it might be cleaning up even a little better than the other one did. Wow. Bend in it there. Twisted. Huh, kind of twisted. A little bit. Now the temperature has drastically changed from earlier this morning when we started all of this. It is now afternoon, and around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it began to get warm. But I don't think it's supposed to get in the 90s. I think it's going to be in the upper 80s. Probably 87 or 88 today. But the humidity is still high. But it's amazing how cool it was this morning for 4 or 5 hours. Okay, guys. Look at that. And which one was the dirtiest of the two? I don't remember. In my mind, they were just about the same. One was a little more discolored than the other one. So they're clean. And you can put a little WD-45 on those. And even the railings. Let them sit for a few minutes and then wipe them off before you get ready to put them on. And that'll help protect them for a long time. Or you can spray them with a clear or a satin clear. And that will help to protect them too for a long time. Well, our chassis and our shell should be, I think they've been out there for about 45 minutes. I know you guys didn't see that time, but I actually had lunch before I came back and did this. So they've been trying for probably about 45 minutes. The wind is blowing. There's a slight breeze. But I'm going to give them another 10 minutes. And then I'm going to go out and get them and bring them in. And we're going to start to put it back together. All right. Be back in about 10. Okay, so I've gone out and brought in the shells. They're still not, they're still a little bit, well, they could dry a lot more. But they're good enough where we can handle them as long as we don't handle them too much. See a little bit of glue here that I didn't see before. Needs to come out of there. Off of there, rather. There. Huh. All right. Time for the peeling. Whoops. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. That's another thing too. I didn't want to leave the tape on there too long. It might pull our letters off. Oh, that looks pretty spiffy. See what the other side looks like. Let's start from this side. So, okay, guys. Texaco, built in American flyer shops. All original lettering. Now, as I said before, to find this old faded lettering, coloring exact is almost impossible. Might be able to get it color matched, but even that it'd be hard unless somebody already has the correct paint for it. But it's okay. I like this yellow. And the older yellow underneath makes for a nice complement of the two. And as I say, it is no longer original. but it is still an original piece. It's no longer authentic. I should put it that way. But it is still an original piece. Not restored, but reconditioned. Because a restoration would have been to put it back to its original state. And I don't know about you guys, but I like it. This didn't come out too bad. I think I could still make it better. Looks like welder or a couple welders had a bad day. Trying to repair that. And I might go back and do that over the weekend or next week. And if I do, I will do a short video and show you what we've done. Okay, so let's put our handrails back on. And I got to go inside very trickily. Because with those ends on there, you've almost got to be a magician to do this. Or you got to have a pair of sideways pliers, which I don't. There we go. get on. Yeah. Yeah, still ain't come out. There. It won't now. You get a little better too. Yeah. Get our domes. Now, I didn't clean these up. And I probably should have. While I had them off, because now they're going to take a lot of cleaning to make that look like that. Yeah, we could have did that while we were doing the rails and the couplers. While we were waiting. Didn't think about it. Well, a guy can't think of everything, can he? And that's as good as we're going to get it for this late date. Okay, let's get this second one clean. It's dirtier than the first one. As I said though, with one of these green pads, takes a little work, but it doesn't take very long. And quite naturally with this, the harder you rub and the longer you rub, the cleaner, the shinier it gets. But we're not after cleaner and shinier. Just clean and somewhat shiny. Should do it. Let's see. Much better than they were. Backside. Front side. So, push the tabs down. And voila. Now what I will probably do after this is all completed and back together, I will probably take this out there and shoot just the lettering with satin clear. And that's going to protect that lettering for years to come, and it'll make it pop. All in all, this was a junk car about to get thrown away. Said the guy didn't even really want to sell it. He was going to give it to me. But it was well worth $3 or $3.50, whatever it was I gave him. go in a certain way. I keep missing the spot here. There we go. And we'll close that up a little bit. Close this one up a little bit. I think they get, I think we can close it up a little more. Okay, well, I brought it in, and I went ahead and put it together. And this came out nice, all the original letter. That's the original color. Both sides. So I like the way I masked it. And as I say, we got it all together. Now I went ahead and I cleaned this up some more. And I got it as clean as it can be gotten. Tried to fill it in a little bit where there was some low spots. Smoothed it out. So once it's repainted on this end, it's going to look a whole lot better. These wheels were actually pretty clean. I might clean them up later on. But we're going to put them on for now. And there it is. Now what I'm probably going to do tomorrow is spray this area with clear satin. That'll protect the lettering. Repaint this end that we just completed. And then this will be totally and completely done. So I'm really glad I decided to go ahead and get that and save it. That's all I have for the completion of the mini series on this video. Thanks for watching, for staying with me. I appreciate it. Remember, God is love, and Jesus Christ loves you. We love you too, and happy rails till next time. This has been a Catzilla production. Bye for now. God bless. Bye-bye. Alrighty. Well, guys, as I promised, a quick update. Here is the tanker, complete. It's been touched up. And we even got this end done. This is the good end, or the original end. So there it is, complete, touched up.